Hi everyone. I want to review a board from last night. So that's the 5th of August. It's the beginner's bridge session, and I'm looking at a board from the unsupervised section. So this was played downstairs. Even if you were an upstairs player, it might be worth just watching this because it revises a really good concept in the bidding. But nobody played this correctly downstairs. Everybody got to the wrong contract. And as you can see here on the right, this is the traveller. Somebody was in no trumps go. Actually, three people played in one no trump going off. I really don't know how you get to one no trump on that hand. Uh, several people. And then several people bid too high. We had people in hearts. East is playing in hearts. There's no way East should be declaring a heart contract here. But someone's played at the 3 level and gone one off. Someone played at 4 and made it. Someone has played hearts by West. Now, West should be the declarer in a heart contract here, but you can't actually make 10 tricks, but somebody did. Again, so probably poor defence there. And then somebody went to 4 diamonds by North, which went 3 off, deservedly so. That's really much too high. So the main thing here is nobody's got to the right contract. So what's gone wrong with the bidding? So let's have a look at this hand and see if we can show you how to bid it correctly. So here's the hand, and dealer is north. East, west are vulnerable. Vulnerability is not actually important on this particular hand, or it doesn't affect the strategy for the bidding. Dealer is north. You have got a 14 high card point hand. You're not balanced. You'd love to open one no trump when you've got 14 points, but you're not balanced, so it's not really right to open one no trump on here. The best bid is to open your longest suit. That's 1 diamond. So 1 diamond is the right opening bid, and I'm pretty sure that would have been the same at every table. I'm sure everybody's going to get that bid right. Now, the key bid here is East. East has got a nice hand. They've got 12 high card points, and they really need to take some action. Now, it appears from looking at the traveller that in several places East decided to bid hearts. Now that is wrong. It's a big mistake. Actually, it's a bridge crime. It's so bad. Okay. Now, if you were to bid hearts here once North has bid diamonds, you are overcalling. Okay. And if you overcall a suit, you are promising at least 5 cards in that suit. A good 5 card suit is what you are promising. You don't have 5 cards in hearts, so don't bid hearts. Okay. You don't know what your partner's got. Now, actually, by chance, partner's actually got a nice heart fit for you, but there's no way you can tell that, and you don't know that. Partner might have spades. You've got 4 spades. Partner might even have clubs. You've got 4 clubs as well. So it's far better for us to ask partner what they've got. We need to find a bid that asks partner about their hand rather than one that tells them that we're putting all our eggs in one basket and calling hearts. Hearts is just so wrong here. You must have 5 cards to bid hearts here once North has opened the bidding. Okay, so there is a much better bid available here. There's a bid here that asks our partner about their hand, and that bid is to double. Okay, that double is the takeout double. It's not playing for penalties. Okay, it means partner, I have got a good hand and I would like you to bid. Specifically, if you're thinking about a takeout double, these are the things that your hand needs to have. Okay, Andrew Robson uses this. It's SOS, and here's what that stands for. S says I've got support for the unbid suits. Now here the unbid suits are spades, hearts and clubs. Obviously North's opened a diamond. The unbid suits are spades, hearts and clubs. I've got 4 cards in each of those suits. So I've got good support for any of those suits. The O in SOS stands for I have an opening strength hand. That means a hand that would have opened the bidding had I had the chance to. And here that probably means 12 or more high card points. Now you've got exactly 12 high card points. So that's ideal. So you've got both S and O. And the final S in SOS means short in the opponent's suit. The opponent's suit here, of course, is diamonds. We are short in diamonds. We have an absolute textbook takeout double hand here. So our bid here is double, and that is asking our partner what their best suit is, which is a far better way of approaching this auction than us telling our partner what we think the best suit is. Okay, yes, hearts is our best suit, but equally, if West has got good spades, then we might miss a spade fit by bidding hearts. So we cannot bid hearts, we must double for takeout and ask our partner what they have. Okay, so the first two bids should go one diamond, double by East, which is a takeout double. Okay, South has only got 3 points. They cannot bid anything. Okay, once the auction becomes competitive, South should strain to bid. Okay, they should strain possibly to even support diamonds. But here, I think with only 3 points, their hand is just not strong enough, and it's quite misleading to come into the auction here. Okay, with a couple more points, if I had 5 points and 4 card support for diamonds, I would support my partner's diamonds here. I would strain to find a bid because the auction has become competitive. But here, South has got such a weak hand, probably best to pass. Okay, if you do bid 2 diamonds, that's not bad. That's very aggressive, very competitive, and often is good bridge. But I think most of you would probably pass here. Okay. Now, the next key bid is what does West do? Do you remember the takeout double by East is a question? It is asking you to bid your best suit. Now, West has got quite a nice hand here. But even if they didn't have a nice hand, they would have to bid. They're not allowed to leave the takeout double in except in exceptional circumstances. And they certainly haven't got an exceptional circumstances here. So if East makes a takeout double, even if West has almost nothing or nothing, they still have to bid their best suit. Okay, that's what the takeout double says. It says, partner, I've got a nice hand, please bid your best suit. So our best suit is clearly hearts. We've got 4 of them, so that's fantastic. So we need to bid hearts. The only question here is, how many hearts do we bid? Now, we have got 11 high card points. If we had, even if we had nothing, we would have to bid something. So we would have to bid 1 heart with even 0 high card points. So the magic number when responding to a takeout double is about 9 high card points. Once you've got 9 high card points or more, you need to tell partner some good news. Okay, so rather than just bid 1 heart here, because we have got 11 high card points, i.e. we're over that 9 high card point barrier, we can jump. Okay, so we must bid hearts, but we mustn't bid a timid 1 heart. We must bid 2 hearts. And that says to partner, I've got something like, I'm jumping in hearts. I'm not bidding 1 heart, I'm deliberately bidding 2 hearts. And that shows that I've got something like 9 to 12 high card points. If I had anything less than 9, I would make the lowest possible response of 1 heart. Okay, now North has got no business coming back into the auction at all here. I don't know how North came back in several times on the hands. I don't know what the auction was up until this point, but North has, remember that North's partner has not managed to bid, even though the auction's become competitive. So North has only got 14 high card points. They should not even dream of coming back into the auction here. It would be a very, very poor bid to come back in. You don't have anything to say here. Okay, so North should pass from now on. So the key bid now, after 2 hearts by West, what does East do? Well, East's bid, remember, promised an opening strength hand and support for the unbid suits, but they haven't actually got anything more up their sleeve. Okay, they've basically got the minimum they could possibly have for their bid. They've got 12 high card points. They promised 12, they've got 12. So even though West has made a jump response showing 9 to 12, it's very unlikely that game is on, and the best bid by East is now to pass. And so the bidding should go 1 diamond, double, pass, 2 hearts by West, North should pass, and East should also pass because there's no future in bidding on in hearts here. It's unlikely to be enough points for game, even if West has got 12 high card points. If West, of course, had more than 12, they would have jumped straight to game in hearts, but they haven't got that. So 2 hearts is probably the best place to play this particular contract, and South, of course, would pass. So let's look now at how we play that, or just a little bit about the play. Okay, so here we are. The contract is 2 hearts by West. So the first thing is, what's the opening lead? Well, North is on opening lead. And what are they going to lead here? Well, I would like to lead an attacking lead here. We're in a suit contract. We're not in, if we were in no trumps, then obviously I'd lead my fourth highest diamond. I'd lead my longest suit. But here I'm in a suit contract. I want to make an attacking lead. I can lead either my king of spades or my king of diamonds. The reason I can lead a king is because I've got the queen. I quite like the idea of leading the king of spades because I've got king, queen, 10. That's a near sequence. Okay, so that might set up some really good cards for some tricks for us in spades. So probably the best lead is the king of spades. King of diamonds is also quite a good lead. Ace of hearts is dreadful. Remember, hearts are trumps. Let declarer play trumps, and you can win the trumps when you want. Once you know a little bit more about the hand, you might work out how to defend. So don't lead the hearts. A club is okay. Doubleton leads are often a bit a case of scraping the bottom of the barrel. So I wouldn't lead a club here. So my choice here would be either the king of spades or the king of diamonds. I would probably lead the king of spades if I was at the table. So let's just have a look now. So let's assume it is the king of spades lead. How does West plan the play? They're in two hearts. They need to make 8 tricks. So they don't need to make 8 tricks. They don't need to make 10. They're not in game. Let's make a short plan. Let's have a quick look. So first thing to do, top tricks. How many top tricks has East West got? Well, they've got 3 aces. They've got the ace of spades, ace of diamonds, and ace of clubs. That's the only 3 guaranteed top tricks they've got. But of course, in their trump suit, once the ace of hearts is knocked out, they are guaranteed to make 3 more trump tricks in the West hand there. So they can make, so that's a total of 6 tricks so far. Where else can they make tricks? Well, in clubs, it doesn't really matter who's got the king of clubs because the queen and the jack will ultimately force out the king, and therefore either the queen or the jack will become a winner. So we have a certain winner in clubs once we've knocked out the king of clubs. So now we've found 7 tricks just by planning. Where are we going to make any more tricks? Well, we do have a chance to make some more tricks here, and that is by roughing our diamond, our jack of diamonds and our 2 of diamonds. We can rough those in the dummy if we do that before we've drawn all the trumps. So there's actually a path here to make 9 tricks as declarer. Okay, and that's actually the right way to play this, and you can make 9. You should only make 9, and the reason you should only make 9 is because the defense can also think about how they play this. They're guaranteed to score the ace of hearts. They're guaranteed to score either the king or the queen of spades. Once the ace of spades is knocked out, they're guaranteed a top spade trick there. South can rough the 3rd round of spades as well, so we can score. We'll lose a top spade, we'll win a top spade, and the 3rd round of top spades can be roughed. Okay. And the other trick there that's certain, of course, is in diamonds. We've got the king and the queen. We will knock out the ace of diamonds, and the king or the queen will score a trick. So the defense can score 4 tricks. So defense can definitely get 4 tricks, and the declarer can definitely get 9 tricks. So we should be playing in 2 hearts, and we should be making +1 if everybody does their job correctly. If the defense don't find their rough in spades, then it's possible that East West might make another trick and make 10, and that may be how it happened at some of the tables. But really, we should be in a part score contract, 2 hearts, and we should be making at best 9 tricks, which will score us 140 points. Okay, so that's how that hand should be bid. I'm not going to go through the play in detail, but that's how declarer should plan to play, and the defense can clearly make 4 tricks as well. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you found that useful, and see you next week. Thanks. Bye.